Hey guys, so on YouTube recently, I noticed that there's been a trend that different travel channels are advising travelers not to put their bag under the seat in front of you, and they give you a whole laundry list of reasons why. But in this video, I'm going to explain to you, as a traveler who has traveled extensively over the last several years and has flown on hundreds of flights, both long and short flights, I'm going to tell you why that advice is really, really bad advice. So let's get at it. Okay, so the first reason that these travel channels are giving you that you should not put your bag underneath the seat in front of you is hygiene. They say, that floor is filthy, don't put your bag underneath there, people have puked on it, people have done all these things. Okay, that's a valid concern that I'm sure the carpets on the airplanes are not clean. I'm sure they're not great, because how are they supposed to be? I mean, those planes are going up and down all the time. When are they ever getting a deep clean? I mean, maybe once at night, maybe they're getting a deep clean. I doubt highly that they're washing the carpets at night. But my point is that yes, let's give it to them. The floor is not going to be the cleanest place on earth. It's not. But is any floor? I mean, let's think about it. Your bag that you just carried that you're going to put underneath. I'm sure you've laid it down on other things, right? I'm sure you put it down on the airport floor, the floor in the airport. I'm sure you might have even put it down on the bathroom floor if there wasn't a hook. I'm sure you even put it on a seat in the airport. That seat isn't necessarily super clean either. So there's lots of places I'm sure we put our bag down that wasn't super awesome. You may have even put that bag in a shopping cart at the grocery store, and those are filthy. So the point of the matter is that I don't think that is a reason in and of itself to not put your bag underneath. Okay, I don't feel like that's a good enough reason. It's actually a silly reason, because that can easily be resolved. You just take along with you those little package of wet ones. I mean, wet ones or Lysol wipes. I would not do the Clorox, because that's going to actually bleach your bag, because it's a bleach. You don't want to do that. So use some kind of disinfectant wipes. You can even do baby wipes. I mean, like, those are not the best because they're not going to have like the highest cleaning ability on them, but they're at least something, right? So get some kind of wet wipes and take those as a little package. And those are great to just have on the plane anyway. And I'll give you the reasons for that in another video. We're not going to go off topic here. We're going to stay on topic. But anyway, I would just take those with me. I would open it up and I would just take one out and I would just wipe down my bag after I put it down there at the end of the flight. If I'm not worried about it being filthy, I will wipe it down before I leave. Problem solved, right? So that isn't a good enough reason not to put it underneath the seat in front of you. The second reason that they give you is theft. According to these other channels, they say if you put your bag underneath, you're risking the chance that your seat partner, the people around you, are going to reach down while you're sitting there or while you're sleeping, and they're going to steal out of your bag. Okay, I'm not saying that that isn't possible. I'm saying it's not very likely. Okay, if you've ever flown on an airplane, you definitely know how narrow those seats are. I mean, they are like barely big enough for you to reach down and get stuff out of your own area. Let alone if you're trying to like finagle going over here and get to someone's area, you're gonna be like right on top of them to try to get, especially if you're flying economy. So I just don't think that that's a very valid reason, especially because you don't have to keep your most prized travel documents and most important things in that bag. I always carry with me this. Let me show you what I always take. This is my little purse that I take on every trip. Tiny. I actually just use this for my everyday travel, my everyday things as well, my routine. The back is where I keep my money, so it's the closest part to me. That can't be pickpocketed. That can't be stolen from. It's on my person. This part in here is where I keep my other things. I'll have earbuds. I'll have hand sanitizer, all kinds of things in here. And I'll have my passport. This goes in the area that's closest to my person. And this just stays zipped up. And I have a little carabiner on the end also, really honestly, because the little latch, the little zipper pull broke. So I just put the carabiner on it. But with this carabiner, I could actually strap this on another way onto this strap and make it really secure if I was that concerned about being robbed on the plane. I don't know. I just think that's kind of a silly thing. So, but yeah, here we go. If I'm that concerned, there you go. No one can get into my purse. It's latched. It's secure. So anyway, this is where I keep all my important things, and it stays with me the entire flight. I just leave it on me. Doesn't matter if it's an international flight. Doesn't matter if it's 10, 11, 12, 14-hour flight. This just always stays on me. It's very comfortable. I actually like to hold it. I'll actually like to hold things. As you can see, I'm holding a blanket. It's just I just like that. I like to hold something. So this to me is not a big deal. If it's bothering you at all, then just pull this strap down and just put it on your lap like that and just hold it like that. Now you got all your important things. You don't have to worry about that. Okay. Another reason that people say that you shouldn't put it underneath the seat in front of you is because all your stuff's gonna fly out all over the place. Your thing's gonna fly this way, your sunglasses are gonna dump out. Okay, so I have some ideas for you to how to resolve that issue that they're saying of the reason why not to put it underneath. Zip up your bag. I mean, like, I wouldn't put it underneath there wide open. I mean, the plane has turbulence and things can dump over. And yeah, you're right. It could roll down the aisle and you might not ever find that again, or it just might drop out and you might not realize it. Don't have the bag wide open. So let me show you. I don't actually take a zipper bag and put it underneath just because I like this little bag. This bag right here I found this to be the perfect bag for me to take for a little personal item bag that I put underneath the seat in front of me, because this right here is the bag. I only ever carry this. This is my bag for everything. I don't have a check-in bag ever. This is my carry-on bag. It goes up above. Now, would I want to shove this underneath the seat in front of me? Well, of course not. That's insane. It wouldn't even fit anyway. If I had to, I guess, and if it was more empty, then I guess I could figure out a way if it was a short flight. But on a long haul flight, this is going up above. This is going up above. So, and none of the stuff that I need for the flight is going to be in here. I don't want to have to dink around with getting this bag out and getting my stuff out. I just don't want to worry about that. So if I need something, it's going to be moved from here into this small bag before the flight. And I have a list of different things. I'll do a whole nother video on like what I actually have with me on flights in my little personal item, because I've fine-tuned that over the years, and you might find some of that to be very helpful. I'm going to shoot that on another video, so watch for that. Anyway, basically what we have here is this small bag, and it's cotton. It's just really nice. I can use it when I'm out and about as well. I can use this as a little shopping bag when I'm traveling, when I'm actually in the place. I can leave my big bag at the hostel or the hotel and just take this out for the day. Yes, it's wide open. Anybody can reach in here and take stuff, or anything could fall out. If I just put my stuff in here and I put it underneath the seat, yeah, things are gonna fall out. This is how I resolve that. I just tie it. Guys, I mean, you just tie it closed and then nothing's gonna fall out. I chuck that underneath there. This can have my water bottle in it. This is gonna have any of my things that I might need. They're not tiny, like I'll keep my earbuds in my purse because I can just pull those out easily, but I'll usually have like a little pack and I'll just have random things in it. Like maybe my AirFly for my Bluetooth for my earbuds, or maybe I'll have my charger cord if I want to plug in my phone and charge it on the flight. What else would I put in there? Just a variety of things. Like I said, I'll do a whole video on that. But this bag, that's what this is for. Snacks, whatever I want to put in here that I want to have for the flight. My laptop will actually even fit in here too. And then I can just pull it out if I need to. And usually I only have the laptop out if I plan on working on it. And then I usually will just reach back up and put it away because I have a side pocket for this bag that I can put my laptop in. But when I'm going on the plane, if I know I'm going to be working right away, I'll just put my laptop right in here. And then I have it for the flight. And when I'm done, I'll just put it back up above. So anyway, that's how I resolve that. Seriously, would I put this wide open bag underneath? No, I wouldn't. I would tie it off first and then I would stick it underneath. That resolves that. If you have a zipper, zip up your stuff, guys. That prevents things from falling out. So the last reason was, okay, they're saying that you wouldn't have any space. You should have all the space open down here for your feet. Okay, sure. Yes, you want to have as much space as possible. That's why you're not going to put a giant bag like this. Nobody is suggesting to put this giant bag underneath. I mean, I guess you could, but that would be a nightmare. It would be hard to maneuver around. I'm talking putting something smaller underneath. A personal item bag. I mean, you could have a slightly bigger backpack that you put underneath. Let me grab it and show you the one that I would actually use as a personal item if I wasn't taking this and I just was taking a personal item as my only bag. Just a second. So I would actually take something really small like this. This is actually what I do travel with on weekend trips or flights that don't allow larger items unless you pay for them. I'm not willing to do that. So this is all I take. It's just this little tiny bag. This is ridiculous. Of course, this can just shove underneath. I mean, even for a 4-hour flight, this isn't going to be a big problem. It's fine. So, okay. So now that we've gone through, those are all of the reasons why they say on these other channels not to put anything underneath. Okay. Now, I've debunked all of those. Now, let me give you some other opinions that I have on this suggestion. First of all, I find it completely rude. Okay, so that real estate up above in the overhead compartment is very, very limited. And some people have paid to bring their bag on board. They've paid. And so if you take your little stupid little bag or your little tiny little bag like this, because it could easily go underneath the seat in front of you, and you put it up there and you take a spot for someone's bag that they paid for, that they have the right to put their bag up above, and just because you got on the plane first, you're going to monopolize all the overhead space with your jacket and with your little bag and all this stuff because you don't want your feet to be bothered. I think that's incredibly rude. I'm sorry. We need to start thinking about other people on these flights. That's very rude. Yes, should you put a large bag, especially if you paid for it, up above? Yes, indeed you should. You have that right to be able to do that, and I think you should. But the small bag, just because you don't want to be inconvenienced for your feet to have all the space in the whole plane, or you're afraid someone's going to steal, which we've already eliminated that possibility, or you're afraid of the dirtiness. I mean, come on. Those are not reasons to take someone else's spot up above. Like, if you already have got a big bag up there, you have no business putting up another small bag. You have space for one bag. In my opinion, that's all the space you've been given. That's it. That's it. You shouldn't be using someone else's space on that flight for your little tiny bag because you don't want it by your feet. It's rude. So the rudeness we've covered. The second reason is the flight attendants actually ask you to not do this. These videos telling you not to put anything underneath the seat in front of you are actually breaking what the flight attendants are asking you to please do. They're asking you to put your small items. If you've ever flown, you would know that you put your small bag underneath the seat in front of you. That's what they tell you time and time again, and leave the overhead bin space for the larger bags. They constantly say that because apparently people don't listen. Please don't follow what these other channels are advising you to do. It's breaking. I don't want to say it's breaking some rule. It's not necessarily a rule. It's just common courtesy. The flight attendants are asking you to please not do that. Please save this. It saves the hassle of them having to go through and be like, who belongs to this tiny little bag that should be underneath their thing? This doesn't go up here. Please put your coat in your own thing. Hold your coat. Tie it around your waist. I mean, like, I just find it's just so rude what people will do. Let me tell you, like I mentioned before, I have flown hundreds of flights in the last few years. I fly a lot, and I fly a lot of very short flights, long flights, whatever. I'm very adept to flying, and I've watched all kinds of behaviors on plane. And I just think we need to start being more kind to each other and start thinking about other people, right? And if the flight attendants are asking to please not do something, please don't do it. Don't put your tiny little bag up above. Please just keep it down there by your feet. Don't follow the advice of these other channels that are telling you differently. Another reason why I think is that now you can think of yourself, okay? It's convenient to have the things that you need for the flight right by you. I also find it super rude when someone's constantly opening up the bin over my head the whole flight, because the more time that bin is open, the more chances that something's going to fall out on other passengers. Once again, we're going into the rude thing. But if you have everything that you need with you and you put yourself up above, then you're not constantly going up and getting stuff out. Oh, I need my rubber band. Oh, I need my this. Oh, I need my that. You don't need any of that stuff. If you do, it should be in your little bag. Apparently, occasionally you might forget something. That's fine, especially on a long flight. Maybe you'll need to open up that bin 1 or 2 times, but that's like really your maximum. You shouldn't be opening that bin up and down, up and down. Like I said, that just puts everybody else at risk. So for your own convenience, keep everything that you need right by your feet. Now you have access to it. It's right there. It's easy for you to get. It's easy for you to access at any time. Tie off your bag, put it back underneath, and that's how you do it. So anyway, guys, I know I kind of went on a little bit of a rant with this, but I just was kind of bothered by the fact that these other channels were hopping on this trend of telling people to do something I think is very, very bad advice. And I'm also taking these are real life examples. I'm telling you, I fly a ton. And these are literally this is not good advice to tell you to put your small things up above. It's not good travel advice, so please don't follow it. And anyway, so now with all that being covered, I'm just so glad that you joined me today. Please subscribe, hit the bell notification. I've got a ton more travel videos. They won't all be rants, I promise you. A lot of them I share like different hacks I have for packing light. I'm a minimalist packer. I'm a budget traveler. Backpack only, as you can see, I take very limited items with me. I travel extensively, sometimes 3-4 months at a time. It just all depends. I stay in hostels a lot. I have a lot of good advice on those kinds of things, and I travel solo. So as I'm sitting there observing everything else that's going on the plane, I could just give some really good advice on what you should and should not do. And above and beyond, I love travel, and I want to make your life easier as a traveler. I want you to learn from the experiences that I've had, and also the things that I've observed, so that you can make your travel experience that much more pleasant. So anyway, guys, I'll catch you on the next video. Thanks. See ya.